Well-known celebrity hookups will always serve as scandalous, juicy gossip for fans. However, the ones we don't often know of or hear about are the most jaw-dropping, random, and out-of-this-world ones around. So with that in mind, tune into today's Where They Now countdown of the top 10 secret celebrity hookups Hollywood tried to hide. Is our Where They Now video missing a secret celebrity hookup you know of? Share that hidden Hollywood couple in the comments below and let's jump right in. In our 10th spot, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Rihanna and A$AP, born Rakim Mayers, have been subjected to relationship rumors as early as 2013. However, it took them until 2021 to confirm their involvement. A$AP was the one of the couple to inform GQ during his interview that May, referring to Riri as the love of his life as well as his lady. The pair started as musically talented friends and heavily collaborated through songs and projects from 2012 onwards. Many fans have even stated the pair manifested their relationship, as their chemistry from early on was undeniable. Especially if one looks back at the words of A$AP's song Fashion Killer, a track he featured Rihanna in the music video for, which lyrics partly read, "So our babies will be flyer than their parents." Of course, all this means fans assumed the pair were dating long before they made it public, deeming them fair game to claim as a hidden H-Town hookup. Now going 2 years strong, having recently welcomed their second child, and Rihanna breaking records through her recent Super Bowl performance, we can't help but note how much of a power couple she and A$AP are. So it really doesn't matter if they were a huge secret or not beforehand, because we ended up blessed AF to be subjected to their sweet love. Before we jump into number 9, subscribe to Where Are They Now if you'd want to see us dish out more celebrity gossip. In our 9th spot, Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. Joe was deemed one lucky man to put a ring on the T Swift. Not only were the pair secretly together for some time, but Joe secretly dropped on one knee to make things official with Taylor. June 30th, 2022 marked the date that The Sun exclusively revealed Taylor and Joe's hidden engagement, a whole 5 years after they first began dating. As opposed to Taylor's previous relationships, which largely unraveled right before the public's eyes, both Taylor and Joe have consciously kept their relationship on the DL from the showbiz scene. Following their first mysterious meetup, the actor and musician got romantically involved for the first half of the decade, and well, if reports are anything to go by, these two are still as happy as can be, even if they hid their romance from the watchful eyes of the public. In our 8th spot, Pete Davidson and Chase Suwunder. SNL alum Pete reportedly healed his heartbreak over his separation from Kim in 2022 with actress Chase Suwunders. Pete and Chase sparked then new romance rumors when they were spotted at the comedian's New York City apartment shortly after his split. That Monday, Pete and Chase were captured arriving at Pete's home at a very late hour. The pair were seen leaving the car, both looking extremely comfortable in their casual fits, and this only marked one of several then recent outings the duo were enjoying at the time. Before that, Chase and Pete were spotted at a New York City hockey game, seemingly cozied up as they watched the Rangers play. Again, Pete looked rather casual, attempting to be discreet in his Rangers face mask, hoodie, leather jacket, and baseball hat. His efforts were in vain though, because his appearance wasn't nearly enough to hide his identity. Fans are able to recognize Pete while at the game, as he and Chase seemingly exchanged flirty glances and shared their popcorn. If you're wondering how they got so close though, Pete and Chase actually played opposite one another as a romantic couple in the 2022 comedy thriller Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Around the same time, reports of the actress also starring alongside Pete for his then upcoming Peacock series Butt Kiss flew about. Their hangouts were never determined to either be dates or platonic, but their timeline did follow up from Pete's seemingly serious relationship with Kim, which officially ended by August 2022. In our 7th spot, Ariana Grande and Jimmy Fallon. Now, this next one is simply insane. In January 2022, TikTok was behind the launching of a rather wild rumor claiming that Ariana was previously hooking up with chat show host Jimmy, while the singer-songstress was still in her 2018 relationship with Pete Davidson. This theory came to fruition from a TikToker named Dear Jane1. This user claimed an anonymous public relations source became aware of Jimmy inviting the acclaimed singer on his show to make guest appearances an oftenly suspicious amount of times. The video also held rumors of the TikToker finding the host and actress locking lips backstage. Of course, no names were officially mentioned in the theorized video, and this speculation was merely based on the internet piecing the clues of the clips together. Dear Jane pondered whether Ariana and Jimmy were engaging in an open relationship, and then further noted that the crew members would gossip among themselves that Jimmy and Ariana were hooking up several times on the show. Despite the source not confirming the additional woman being Ari, many online users assumed she was who they were referencing, as at the time, Ariana was calculated to have a Tonight Show appearance numerous times. Pedestrian TV also made note that Ariana wasn't in the middle of any promotions or events to be on the show, counting her appearances as unnecessary given the context. While the details seemed vague and didn't hold much weight, this rumor flooded the internet. Dear Jane also ended up confirming she wasn't fully aware of the gossip post, penning in a caption, "Not sure about this one, but usually the crazier the story, the more likely it's true. Let me know what you guys think." In our sixth spot, Justin Bieber and the Kardashian sisters. Given how friendly Justin has been with the Kardashian crew, it's no wonder the public ran with rumors of him dating a few, like his reported romantic involvement with the Jenner sisters, Kendall and Kylie. In 2015 though, the eldest of the siblings, Kourtney, was rumored to be messing around with Justin too. Now, I don't know how everyone feels about this, but their 15-year age gap and Kourtney being a mom of 3 just didn't sit right with most reports. Still, their alleged romance supposedly began with a Los Angeles night out when the duo were spotted exiting a restaurant together and then chilling at Universal Studios for horror nights. Nobody really knows what that was supposed to be, but had there been any truth to the gossip, then that would make Justin and Kourtney one of the most unexpected celebrity hookups in Hollywood history. This wouldn't be the first time a couple with a larger age gap came out of nowhere in Hollywood if they ever did date though, and it surely wouldn't be the last. In our fifth spot, Britney Spears and Fred Durst. Way back when, in 2003, Britney and Fred had an allegedly steamy affair. While Fred had no issues with professing his admiration for the pop star, Britney adamantly denied ever having hooked up with him. In 2009, Fred informed MTV News about how honest he had been about their relationship, telling the outlet, "It just became a fiasco of madness, but I always stay true to my heart and everything I did and my intentions, and I am in no way a liar." On the other hand, Britney claimed their relationship was one-sided, telling Glamour magazine, "I think him for me but not me for him. He said some pretty amazing things about me, but I think he leaped in too deep too quick." Reports claim Britney was most likely still hung up on Justin Timberlake at that point, and her fling with Fred was merely a rebound, especially given the fact that the pop princess was caught kissing Colin Farrell around that same time. In our fourth spot, Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf. Now this next one may seem obvious given their fictional on-screen romance, but there have been plenty of stars who were in make-believe relationships in films or shows that remained friends off-set. However, Meghan and Shia were just not that couple, as Shia formerly told details about his and Meghan's hookup while filming for the Transformers franchise film. Quote, "Look, you're on the set for 6 months with someone who's rooting to be attracted to you, and you're rooting to be attracted to them. I never understood the separation of work and life in that situation, but the time I spent with Meghan was our own thing, and I think you can see the chemistry on screen." And well, Shia was pretty much right. The pair's chemistry was top-notch, and it's sweet to know that off-screen, they were just as lovey-dovey. In our third spot, James Franco and Lindsay Lohan. In 2014, a rather scandalous list of how many men Lindsay had reportedly tangled in the sheets with was leaked to In Touch Weekly. Lindsay did confirm at a later date that this list was very much real, and someone had stolen it and sold it off to the magazine. Of those names on the list was James, who clearly denied ever sleeping with Lindsay and even went as far as to call her delusional. Years later, people still question whether or not Lindsay is dealing with psychological issues over this list and more, but it's also been noted that it would not make sense for her to lie about that particular hookup, given James's problematic history at large. Even more, it didn't help fans believe James when he openly admitted to kissing the Mean Girl alum. He went on to say she would basically stalk him while they both stayed at the Chateau Marmont, and during an isolated incident, he claimed she broke into his room while he was asleep. More reports speculated that they had to have hooked up, and it just wasn't a memorable experience for James, so he vehemently chose not to acknowledge it. In our second spot, Ashley Olsen and Jared Leto. Ashley and Jared faced intense dating rumors back in 2005. While Ashley was merely in her teen years at the time, Jared was already hitting his mid-30s. Of course, this didn't last, which was pretty much expected. Then 2008 rolled around and the two were spotted acting very coupley on a date out, with reports claiming they were kissing and holding hands. Insiders managed to squash the rumors of them being more than platonic, but the same incident occurred once more in 2012, this time over a romantic meal of lip-locking and physical affection. They didn't seem to last after this point either. Jared has been known to be a reported player. While in 2003 he was fresh off his breakup with Cameron Diaz and had not settled down. Even more, he was romantically linked to several other high-profile stars too, not limited to Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, Lindsay Lohan, and Paris Hilton. In our first spot, Saved by the Bell cast. While SVTB was one of the most family-friendly shows during its initial run, its star-studded cast was similar to any typical teenager needing endless attention and affection. So naturally, the Saved by the Bell crew were all reportedly hooking up with one another at some point. Zach Morris, actor Mark Paul Gosselaar dished the people in 2009. All of us dated at one point or another. It was incestuous. Sometimes the girls would gang up on the guys. Tiffany and Elizabeth would hate me, and then they'd hate Lark because Lark was talking to me, and Mario was supposed to side with someone. Kelly Kapowski's Tiffany Thiessen even further added to Mark Paul's point, reiterating, "Did we have crushes on our co-stars? Absolutely, but we were so young." And with the series' most recent reboot, it wouldn't surprise me if a new SBTV couple suddenly came out the woodwork at random. That's been today's WATN. I've been your host Michaela, and thanks for watching, friends.